Hi, this is Andy Goodman with Recruiting and Coaching Solutions powered by Leaders Edge Training. And today I'm talking to my recruiting friends out there. And I want to cover something from the playbook. I wrote the playbook on recruiting real estate agents. So the ultimate playbook for recruiting and retaining real estate agents available on Amazon for a small cost and a large return on investment is a very affordable way for you to get a turnkey system at your fingertips. We also could ramp that up and do one-on-one coaching with me, and I have an AI version which is coming out next month, Inquire Within, which will be like having me by your side, again, very affordable, and it'll help you build your brokerage through attracting market share agents. So today I want to give you a little strength from the journey from the playbook, and it's a method we call 1 through 10. And the 1 through 10 method is when you finally are sitting down with somebody. We know that the prospecting could be hard and all the things that we got to do to get in front of people, but the real reward is when we are sitting in front of people and we're able to make a massive change in their life, where they're able to fund their dreams and support their families, all by doing things differently with your brokerage, which is surely an upgrade over where they're at. So when you're sitting down with somebody, the key is to take the temperature of where they're at, helping them self-discover a gap in their business. And the cleanest way to do it is through the 1 through 10 method, where we ask questions. So we'll take something, let's just say their database, where we know that most agents are not where they should be with their database. And you say to an agent, let me ask you a question. On a scale from 1 to 10, with your database, 1 being that your database is a complete hot mess, meaning that you don't have any structure to it, and 10 being your database is a well-oiled machine where you have lots of information on people, they're hearing from you on their birthdays and all the other important events of their life, and it's extracting a high quality of leads. Be honest, where would you say your database is? And most agents are going to say around a 5. Now, some agents might say it's a 6 or 7, and you might want to say, is it a 6-7 or 5-6? And they'll usually grade themselves down because they know that they're not where they should be. Most agents are at about a 5 on their database. So once you get them to self-discover that they're at a 5, you would ask a question like, well, let me ask you a question. If I showed you a way to make that a 7 or 8, a true 7 or 8, a reliable 7 or 8, where you're getting leads from your database, what would that be worth to you? And then you walk them through an exercise where you take what their average commission is and price point, and then you math that out, and that creates a massive amount of money they're leaving on the table. And then when you tie that to what's important to them in life, they'll start to really realize, hey, this is really, really important. So you're kind of interrupting their patterns and showing them something that moves them towards something. This 1 through 10 method could work with time blocking. It could work for prospecting. Let me ask you a question, scale from 1 to 10. 1, you don't prospect. 10, you prospect 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. Be honest, where would you be at? And they'll say a 2 or 3, or I know I need to prospect. And then you start to show them what the difference is of grading that up to a 5 or 6 or 7, and then tying that again to a financial arrangement. You know that agents have a lot of holes in their business, whether it's exit strategy, whether it's branding. You got to find these things. We list them out for you in the playbook. And then when you start to ask the 1 through 10 questions, you start to build that valuable leverage, which gets them moving in the right direction, which is the best way to really uncover where they're at with their business and get them to make changes and advocate for themselves, which is a lot of times really difficult. Agents know what they need to do, but they don't have the fight in it to get them to where they want to be. And this methodology gets them hungry and revisits their original passion for the business, or it gets them to self-discover important things in their life that they're leaving on the table by not executing at the highest possible level. That's my tip for today. Don't forget to check out the playbook, and I'll see you next week.